我很爱这个路，美国没有这样的路那么老。
A miracle encounter unveils the dream of Hope Justman and the ancient Shu Road of Sichuan in 2001. She accidentally discovered the ancient Shu Road when she was supposed to take a bus to a town nearby, concealed in the subcelestial world.
My first feeling was surprise, and then very, very glad that I found it, because I loved it that nobody found it but me. As soon as I found it, I knew that's what I wanted to do, is follow the old road. And by doing that, it took me to old China.
The question of her obsession with Shu Road needs to a simple answer in Chinese.
我很爱这个路，美国没有这样的路那么老。
Everything exists here is nothing but pure desire for her. It is a road with the earliest construction time and oldest in terms of existence, spanning the most dynasties and being used for the longest time. It can even be titled neck to neck with the ancient Silk Road and the Great Wall. Some even say that a road of hundreds of years contains half of Chinese history. Every flagging, every cypress is telling the story of their own, letting the spectators feel the void of modernist imaginations of every scene and dialogue. Mrs. Justman witnesses the changes and variability of this place, just like the cypresses, which falls in short of resisting flying time, though it successes in bringing varieties in 4 seasons. She travels here with curiosity, a kind of mentality that remains unchanged for the past 20-some years.
You've made wonderful improvements. You put new sherban where there was no sherban, just dirt. So sometimes I would follow the road and it'd be 2 dirt roads, and I wouldn't know which one to take unless there were the trees, the old trees. I usually could see them in the distance and take the right way. But now you've got new sherban, so you can't lose the way. Then you have signs, you have bathrooms, you have places that you can have tea. So it's really fun.
So what about the things that remain unchanged to you?
Well, that's the thing about the old road, you see. You're walking it and it's timeless. I like there's something around that has lasted 2,000 years.
She was captivated by the thriving trees that are thousands of years old. She was also regretful of the dying of a 2,000-year-old tree. It feels like losing a beloved vita.
Yeah, I guess that's about their lifespan. And I just think of all the things that tree has seen. Liu Bei, Zhuge Liang, I mean, I'm sure they went right by him.
Back to the 60s of last century, Hope Justman was studying art history in Mount Holyoke College, where she had a chance to see the drawing of Ming King's gracious presence in Shu of Tang Dynasty. After her retirement, she came to China alone at the age of 54. Her goal was simple. Why not introducing the Shu Road to more people if she loves it, and then make everyone fall in love with this road? There are many world travelers in the history: Xu Shake in China, Tocqueville from France, Marco Polo in Italy. It's rare for someone to travel to one place 24 times consecutively.
I love to find a new old road that I've never found before. I had a book by Frenchmen who came in the 1860s. and they didn't have a camera, they drew pictures. And I did find that road to find it. Yeah.
Find some pictures.
Yeah.
The early years of exploration didn't satisfy Mrs. Justman, since she found it a pity to selfishly keep all the things she saw in her own mind. She wants to record everything through the power of paper to make her observations everlasting. In 2003, she started, and in 2008, Guide to Hiking China's Old Road to Shu was published. It records the full itinerary of the ancient Shu Road. Everything is precisely presented in this book, as detailed as the exact courses or as trivial as a price for food and accommodation. She even built a website to help more foreigners to learn about the history of the ancient Shu Road.
I felt very, very good, and
Can you still record the pictures when you first planted?
yeah, oh yeah, I have the pictures, sure. So I'm hoping it lives to be 2,000 years old.
This time, Mrs. Justman decides to plant 2 more trees for her friend. Maybe 20 years of discovering China has taught her some Chinese philosophy. Sometimes, actions are louder than speeches.
He's Chinese American, and he came on my tour with his friend, and he was just so impressed by the Shu Dao. He had planned to come again this year with his wife, because he told his wife all about the road, how beautiful it was, and then she wanted to come. I mean, he'd paid for the trip, everything was all set, and then his wife got cancer. But I thought it would mean so much to him to have a tree planted. To me, that makes them a part of the road, and it's a good feeling to be part of such a nice thing.
Along each trip, Hope Justman keeps explaining the history to her companions along the Shu Road. Though she has done this multiple times to different groups of people, each time there will be new discoveries.
I loved it. I will very much treasure my passport. I think it's much prettier than my American passport.
恭喜通关。
谢谢。
When being asked about her preference between Western and Chinese philosophy, Mrs. Justman surprised us with a quick answer.
Chinese art is my favorite. I liked Greek and Roman art a lot, but it's very focused on man, you know, statues of men. It celebrates man. But Chinese landscape painting of the Northern Song, which I saw in an exhibit, celebrates nature and the mountains, the things that last forever. Way down here, a little tiny man and a couple mules. So we're kind of arrogant when it comes to nature. I think the Chinese are more sensible.
Speaking of philosophy, it comes interesting that her name had the exact word of hope. Maybe that's the reason for her existence to this place for the past 20 years. Everyone needs hope to make life better and deserving.